My subject is about herbs, root, and voodoo spell. But before I go any further, I'd like to inform the viewing audience that I will be exercising my right of the First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States of America. So bear it in mind that you also have that right. I speak about herbs and their healing power. Why do I speak about herbs? Because they have so much magical power that is amazed to know that all these herbs have magical power. But before I go any further, I'd like to speak about the Bible a little bit. Chit-chat. As my father would say, let's chit-chat for a moment. As I said in the Bible, it is so symbolic that most black men of the Western world base their mind upon the book. And they cannot cope or they cannot think of themselves beside talk about the book. Why? Because their mind has been confused. And once your mind has been confused, then you will lose your sense of direction. You see? Because the Bible speaks of many things. It speaks of how to make an altar, how to decorate the altar. Exodus chapter 38 will tell you how to make an altar. You should use wood, certain type of wood. After you complete it, you should plate it with gold. And after you plate it with gold, you must kill animals. Which you must offer sacrifice. Exodus chapter 29 tell you that. So after you offer the sacrifice, you must put the blood on the altar. What type of animal you should use? Leviticus chapter 17 tell you what type of animal you must use for the sacrifice. So, is it the book is real because it speaks of sacrifice? Or you think it's a man made up? I'm just asking this question. So what I like my people to do is write me a letter and let's discuss the book you call the Bible that you base your mind upon. Because as I said before, that is a symbolic book. So why base your mind on the book? Why base your mind on the book? And when you're sick, the book cannot get you better. You can't read any part of the book to get yourself better when you're sick. So why read the book? Do you want to learn about sacrifice? I'm asking you a question, black people. Why do you read the book? Are you learning how to build an altar? Or you want to use the dead man bone to burn on your altar for sacrifice or to drive away demons? Or you want to be a magician? As Exodus chapter 7 speak of all these magicians, that is many magicians. Exodus chapter 7 say all these men are magicians, many magicians. Such as Moses, Aaron, Pharaohs, all the Pharaohs. The man you call Jesus himself was a magician, or you can call him a prophet. Tell me, why do you read the book? Do you read for the history of your loved one? Or you read it to get some knowledge of your past family? What is it? What is it why the black men of the Western world base their mind on the book so much? What is it, black people? That is my question. Why you base your mind on the book? The book speaks of killing, sacrifice, what you should not eat from what you should not eat. All the birds and all the fish and all the animals you should eat for food. And you know that is wrong, because your body was not designed to eat all these animal flesh and fat. So tell me why you base your mind on the book. You said the word there inspired men wrote in the book? No. If they were inspired men, in what way were they inspired? In what way do they inspired? When there was killers going to grave. Come on. Burning dead men's bone, burning the flesh, robbing grave. Oh, they all did not do that. Regardless if they all did not do that, the book speaks about that. It cannot be a holy book when the book speaks of sacrifice, killing, because some God, God, someplace want blood and want flesh of animals. You have to remember deep within yourself, if you never thought that God is existed, you would not know that. If you take 300 children a year old and put them on an island with a dumb mother, dumb father that never know the sign language, no radio, no TV, no knife, no fork, no spoon, and those two mothers going to take care of all those children, or maybe a dozen mother and a dozen father, which they cannot speak to them and make any sign language. Those people will grow up with the knowledge of their own. They would not know the word G-O-D. It is impossible. It's the same with the black men. The black men did not know the word G-O-D. Because that's not the way they live their life. They live their life of using herbs. See, herbs like these, they use these herbs to make medicine for the people that were sick. Why were they sick? Demons maybe come and sleep on them. Talk about demons sleeping somebody. Did you know the demons can overshadow your body? Because you were sleeping at the wrong place, and the demon will come and lay down in you. Let me tell you something. When a man dies into the home, if you don't remove the bed and all his clothing, and you let everything remain as it is, when the spirit rises from the grave, it will come back on the third night. I'm going to speak about witchcraft now. On the third night, the spirit will come back and lay down on the bed. And anyone that is laying into the spot that the human being were laying before he died, the spirit will cause that person to be crippled. You know, crippled? Can't move, can't walk. I'm giving you magical now. Voodoo. So when a man dies into the home, you must remove all his clothing. Did you know spirits have sex with the remaining loved one? If the husband dies and the wife doesn't go and protect herself and wear certain clothes, that the spirit would not come back and disturb her, want to have sex with her. Do you know the spirit will have sex with her? Or if she dies and the remaining husband does not remove all our stuff and try to protect himself, the spirit will come back and have sex with the remaining loved one. And guess what? That private part will become sick. Did you know that many women that their husband died never have sex with another man for 10, 20, 30, 50 years? because some of these men tie the vagina of their wife or girlfriend, and he passed away before we removed that tie. I shouldn't. You need to read my book about that stuff, because I put those on in papers. So because I'm getting too deep in magical spell. So most women protect themselves, and most men protect themselves too. Some homosexual men, some spirit that you have a friend that was a homosexual, and he died, and the spirit will come back and try to do a sexual act upon you, the loved one. And you was not his lover, but he will try to do it with you in your sleep. Wake up, people. Your preacher's not telling you that, because your preacher don't know that, because some of them are homosexual themselves. And they're going there calling a man they call God. Is supposed to say, he's supposed to be the savior of the herd. And they do more filthy stuff more than anyone else do. Most of them was criminal, killers, been to prison 6-7 years. And they will confess it. Some of them will move to different town, because they know that the people in their neighborhood know that they've been to prison before. So they move to different town. So when you have this basic knowledge and understanding of what all these people do, then you would be aware of them. And don't base your mind on the book you call the Bible, and base your mind on what you can know of yourself, and not reading any book whatsoever. See if you can learn things like these herbs that I have here. Say if you can know how to use herbs by not reading them from the book. Because most of the men that put them in book, they just want to make money. They don't know too much about herbs, because they give you dry herbs. You see the liquid inside here? You see how green it is? You see how green it is? Look. They don't know to extract the green herbs. See, I use my hand and extract it. Not with a hammer or not with a machine, because the heat from my hand, see, you need to know that. The heat from the left hand and the right hand moist the leaf and make the juice comes out. So you need to learn how to do that. You can do that of yourself. And all the herbs that have medicinal purpose, you can get the juice from. You cannot get it from other herbs that don't have medicinal purpose. Like leaf, orange leaves, tangerine, mango leaf. You can't. The substance will not come no matter what you do. You have to beat those with hammer and put them in water to get juice out of those. You can't. So I'm here to teach you about herbs. So let me give you one spell here from, as I said in my program, that I'm going to teach you step by step how my grandfather used herbs and how they should use. Here I have a herbs here. This is a rosemary. You're all familiar with rosemary, right? It also sends seeds and flowers. But look, see the rosemary? Rosemary have been used for magical spells. Rosemary have been used for magical spells. Should I tell you this? Anyway, let's move on. You can take this rosemary, if you got a loved one in your home, come to visit, and you can burn this as an incense. And the aroma from this will make your guests pleasant and comfortable in your home. And it's also drive demons out of the dwelling. woman that is seeing her monthly essence of flow, it's called, you call it period, the white man terms period. Seeing your monthly period. The woman that is seeing her monthly period, you can take a little potion of it, boil it in some water, and you can drink it as a tea. What it do, it subdue the pain of your monthly cycle. You get it? That's what my grandfather do, my grandmother. She drink a little for tea, and it released the pain from her monthly cycle, so she will not have any pain. So you have to be careful too. If you see somebody with rosemary walking down the street, I would not tell you that one. I would not tell you that. As I said, I speak about herbs. You must know how to use herbs yourself. But how are you going to learn how to use herbs? You must have a teacher. What type of teacher? A man that goes to the World University. You have to be into the World University. You cannot find one of these little men into the city that go out in the fields, pick some herbs, dry them out, put them in bottles, put them in tablet form, and try to give them to you. They're dead. The herbs is dead. There's no life in it. This is the juice that have life in it. It's already dead. Just like the leaf. See the dry leaf? See the dry leaf? It's dead. That's why it have that color. So you are drinking tea. You should make sure the leaf is green. Plant them off yourself. Don't buy the leaf in the store. It only have aroma, but it have no substance. Like when you buy all these stuff and put them in your refrigerator. The ice draw out all the substance and kill it. And either freeze burn. People, black people, you need to wake up. That's why you're not strong anymore. You're weak, spiritually weak. Because you're waiting for some men you call Jesus. You're waiting for some men you call Jesus. And guess what? He's not going to come. That's who you're waiting for. You're waiting for a white man that they kill. That's what they're saying they killed. I wish they haven't killed a white man. And you're waiting for that. Can you imagine black men of the Western world waiting for a white man to save him? Look what are you teaching the children. If you walk down the street today, walk down the street and ask any children, who is that? What does this represent? Jesus. What do you mean Jesus is my Savior? That's what the black kids will be telling you. The older adults are doing it. If you walk down the street and ask the adult, I don't care, he's my Savior. A white man is his Savior, is our Savior. You are so sick. And it's time for you to wake up and stop thinking that way. Because the white man that you call Jesus, as I said before, it's a made-up name. It's a made-up name. So how can you have that in your house and try to show your children that? White men cannot be prophets. White men cannot be healers. They're filled with some of them filled with magical power because they study books and they offer sacrifice and call on the spirit from the element, or they go to the grave. That's what they do. They either go to the grave and call spirit down. That's what they do, black people. So don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself and think that some great one that created the universe is speaking through these men. No, I'm telling you, no. No universal spirit is speaking to those men. They have no power. Why I'm saying they have no power? Because they can't get you better when you're sick. They cannot. They can't get themselves better. So how are they going to get you better? Huh? They can't get you better when they're sick. So how are they going to get you better? They are just there to take your money. If they could get you better, all they have to do is go. Do you know how many people are in these hospitals that is sick and in their dying bed that don't supposed to be there? Doctor turned most of them away and said, no, we can't do nothing for you. You've been here too long. So you have to find another way out. And some of them are believing the GOD. Some of them are believing GOD for many, many years. And they can be better. And they will go to other places, go to the people that is using herbs, or you call them sorcerers or voodoo priests, and they get better. What's wrong with you getting better? It don't make any difference what you take to get yourself better, as long as it's not dangerous to the body. Some of the preachers are going to the witchcraft man themselves to get themselves better. So you need to do the same. If they could get people better, they would go to all these hospitals and get all these people better. Doctor would not have any work to do. All they have to do is go there and touch the people. Touch them one by one. And they just get up and walk out. But they're just a bunch of spiritual gangsters. You know, fake spirit gangsters, that's what they are. And they go, they build all these synagogues and take your money. But as I said before, I use herbs. And I'm glad for all these letters that most of the viewing audience write me. And keep on writing me these letters. Thank you for writing me. And keep on writing. I need to read some of them. And don't write me such a long letter. I've just been on the here for a few weeks, and I'm glad you write me, because it brings joy to my soul to know that someone is watching the program. And I hope you keep on writing. And call me. I need you to call me more. Call me more so we can chit chat, because reading a lot of letters, I don't have a secretary and I have a lot of things I have to do. So as I said before, we need to take the land from the white men, plant grain so our children can have food and we can build a strong nation. And I will tell you that over and over and over again. Don't fool yourself. Wake up, black men. Stop being filthy. Stop being filthy. So we can have food abundantly for our children. Let's take a few states. If you don't want to do that, let's repatriate back to Africa. See what plan we can have to go back to Africa. Because Africa filled with all these fruit trees. We don't have to eat our animals. Because if you know, in Africa, people did not eat their animals. See? They did not do that. They did not eat their cows. They call them hawks in those days. The sheep, the goats, and the rabbits, and they didn't eat those. It's a European goat goes up into Africa. First place they stop was like in Jerusalem. And they start to kill our animals. We didn't eat them, we eat fruits. That's why we were so strong and healthy. So the body could digest all the liquid from these fruits. Bananas, ripe bananas. Just eat those. Apples. Guava. Papayas. Tangerine. All of that is, see, the birds eat all of that. See, birds eat all of that. And they're healthy. They don't have to go to the doctor. They sick once in a while when they eat the wrong bug. But they know they're going to pick the herbs and eat the herbs and get themselves better. Or they sit and plug themselves up until all the toxic comes out of the body. Why you don't know that? Why are you so dumb? Why the black people are so dumb today? We was the smartest people. Now we don't know to do anything whatsoever. Walking filthy and talking filthy. Don't know about herbs. But as I said before, if you got any problem, write me a letter. If you possessed with demons, you got a problem, pain, you got sore of the rectum, sore of the vagina, sore of the penis. There's a lot of people out there have it. And the doctor can't get it better because the doctor does not know what type of herbs to apply to those wounds. He's going to give you some dry herbs, see? No. The green herbs you must use. See the green liquid in the bottle? In the glass? That's what you must use to get rid of all the disease that man-made. These are man-made disease, what they take from animals. Man didn't design to have disease. No. So as I said before, write me a letter and be good.